Hell has been unleashed on the civilians of Mosul. Not just at the hands of the Islamic State Group, but increasingly in US-led coalition airstrikes. According to Amnesty International, coalition forces aren't doing enough to prevent civilian deaths.
Evidence gathered on the ground in East Mosul points to an alarming pattern of US-led coalition airstrikes which have destroyed whole houses with entire families inside. The high civilian toll suggests that coalition forces leading the offensive in Mosul have failed to take adequate precautions to prevent civilian deaths in flagrant violation of international humanitarian law.
Hundreds of thousands of civilians ignored the Iraqi government's advice to stay in Mosul. But for the roughly 400,000 who didn't flee, every day brings with it the risk of death. Earlier this month, an airstrike flattened part of a neighborhood in western Mosul. Local residents say more than 100 people were killed. Coalition forces admitted carrying out the strike, but stopped short of saying whether any civilians had died, while the head of the Pentagon leapt to defend the US military.
We go out of our way to always do everything humanly possible to reduce the loss of life or injury among innocent people.
But the surge in civilian deaths since Donald Trump took office raises another question. Did the new US administration ease restrictions on coalition airstrikes to make it easier to fight Islamic State Group militants? US military officials insist that the rules of engagement haven't changed.